you know, I just, like you said, I watched this ruckus on Twitter. I was like,
what?
Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, just went to a majority draw, and you can argue that Manny Pacquiao should have won the fight and was winning.
He was still good at it. I think he was stealing some rounds at the end. Whether he deserved them or he didn't deserve them, whatever, they were close rounds. He might have stole them on the judges' cards.
Following the denial of Manny Pacquiao a decisive victory over Mario Barrios, Shannon Sharpe attacks the WBC. He thinks Barrios didn't exhibit the urgency that a younger fighter should have, and the battle was boring. Sharpe believes that boxing favors marketable names, as evidenced by the judge's decision to declare the bout a draw despite Pacquiao's strong performance. He sees it as evidence that the sport has moved from fair competition to business only.
If you likes this, please subscribe, Fight File, and click the bell icon for more new boxing updates.
I can beat, why would I take a chance and fight somebody for $30 million? And that's what these guys do. And the difference is between boxing and UFC, you might be the champion, but you don't control anything.
Choices. Mario Barrios' recent performance has generated a lot of debate in the boxing community. Fans and commentators are uneasy about his last bouts, which both ended in draws. Particularly, the most recent fight against Manny Pacquiao caused controversy because many people thought Manny was the obvious winner.
So we are back on The Way Concept presented by The Ring Magazine. And folks, I just watched Manny Pacquiao, that's right, 8-division world champion and 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao off a 3-year layoff Manny Pacquiao, off a loss before the 3-year layoff Manny Pacquiao, go to a majority draw with a world champion in a title fight in 2025. What the just happened? The breakdown, let's go.
He is the star of Wade Concept.
So like I said, Manny Pacquiao, 2025, fighting for a world championship is not something you expect me to hear. Number one, especially off the 3-year layoff, especially at 147, especially off a loss, and especially not going to a majority draw. This is a win for Manny Pacquiao. I'm just going to say it. Tonight, he fought Mario Barrios on PBC, on Amazon Prime Video for the WBC World Championship. Mario Barrios, I like the guy, but it has to be said, when you have 2 of your last title defenses ending in a split draw and a majority draw, you may be the worst title holder in boxing right now. I'm sorry. That's not comparing him to being a shitty boxer. It's just saying that as of right now, he might be the worst world champion in boxing. It may be one of the worst I've seen in a while. Also, kind of unrelated, this kind of looks bad for Tank Davis's record because that was supposed to be a stalwart win on Tank's career when he moved up to 140 and beat Barrios for the belt there. But now it's not looking so good because 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao just went to a majority draw, and you can argue that Manny Pacquiao should have won the fight and was winning.
Supporters have suggested that something questionable might be going on behind the scenes, which has increased skepticism. The evening was a celebration of Pacquiao's tremendous talent and spirit for his supporters. A favorable judge's ruling was the one bright spot in a lackluster performance for Barrios' supporters. What might have been a pivotal night in boxing was overshadowed by the bitter taste of the outcome.
Honestly, because that right there is rough to watch if you're a Barrios fan. If you're a Manny Pacquiao fan, this is a fantastic night. And you can even argue maybe he should have got the belt. But I think where this fight became more close was in the later rounds when Pacquiao, obviously close to being an AARP member, was going to slow down. And if your game plan, if you're Mario Barrios, is to go, okay, I'm just going to outlast him. Eventually, he's going to slow down. One, it's psychotic to me to even think, I'll wait for the 46-year-old to slow down in the later rounds. Not, I'm going to go and do what I should do as a champion and go after this guy. Respect be damned. It's a world championship fight. I saw some people saying, oh, he's carrying Manny out of respect. Excuse.
After Mario Barrios' poor performance in the ring, criticism against him grew. Many observers thought he was obviously outclassed, even though he had the official draw. Barrios didn't launch any significant offensive during the battle, instead coming across as tentative and passive. He lacked the aggression one would expect from a fighter at his level and delivered far too few strikes. Even though the fight wasn't officially declared a loss, observers observed that Barrios' inability to assert himself gave the impression that he had lost morally. Pacquiao, meanwhile, appeared more focused, organized, and determined fans were.
The draw.
No.
Because, like...
Weird rounds, hard to score.
Yeah, Pacquiao did better than I thought he did. And that's like, we get into that weird territory in boxing where you're so grading on a curve. That's not how boxing works. And I was like, oh, Pacquiao's doing better. He's probably winning. Oh, he won. But no, he probably didn't. And a draw is probably, he's probably lucky to get a draw.
Yeah, as I was watching it and scoring it, and I was in the live chat with people, and there was just so many rabid Pacquiao fans that were like, every time he did anything, first of all, anytime he did anything in the arena, the place went absolutely bonkers. Like it was going to tear down. Honestly, he probably fought 50 to 60 seconds around. He did not do much. He didn't need to, because Barrios didn't step on the gas pedal at all at any point. He was so listless and just kind of like ho-humming through it. So Pacquiao was able to steal moments, and he did a really good job of stealing the end of rounds and making an exclamation point. And also, we saw flashes of the Manny of old when he would have that little like the flourishing signature in the end of something. He'd make that little movement, bang, he'd pop that left hand, he'd fly out, boom, 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 boom. He'd make those little moves, he'd do the fancy feet, and you would be like, oh, but really nothing happened. He didn't land a lot of punches. Like, it wasn't like anything really effective. But it got everybody emotional, it got everybody, and whereas Barrios was the exact opposite. Everything he did was so workmanlike. He has zero charisma. He has no sell on anything he does. He just lacked passion. I know he's Aztec warrior, but where was the passion? Where was the exchanging? Where was the biting down on my mouthpiece and going for it? So there was a lot of opportunities based on how both guys fought for Manny to actually steal rounds, because Mario wasn't selling it. Pacquiao was. The crowd was behind him. But yes, when you do it, you're looking at it almost like you're almost comparing Pacquiao to Pacquiao. You're being like, oh, he fought really good for a 46-year-old. He didn't fight really good for a 12-round main event, champion. He fought really good for a 46-year-old Pacquiao. So you get that idea in your head, like, oh man, he's doing so good. But is he really, or are you just voting for the guy that you like better?
Like, nostalgia's a hell of a joke, and we were all on.
Outraged and incredulous when the contentious outcome appeared to spare Barrios from a justifiable defeat. Famous trainer Robert Garcia contributed to the ongoing discussion by providing a direct analysis of the dispute. He underlined that boxing now functions more like a business than a sport. Garcia asserted that economic factors now influence choices, particularly in well-publicized fights. Barrios and other younger fighters are viewed as future assets, and their marketability frequently trumps their skill. Garcia contended that rulings appear to be biased against Pacquiao since his victory at age 46 doesn't offer promoters long-term value.
To talk to you about, I don't know where to start. So first of all, why do they keep robbing Manny Pacquiao? He got robbed against Bradley.
I didn't see the fight, but I heard from everybody that he got robbed.
You trust Paulie Malignaggi. He said they robbed Pacquiao.
Man, you know what?
He got robbed with Jeff
It's
Horn.
actually weird, because you see, like the way boxing is, the business is. I'm not saying promoters, because it's the same thing with the business, where you want, like, when you have that one fighter that, like, when you have a young prospects that are signed to, like, managers, judges and commissioners, they already know who's the one that's signed, who's the one they want
to promote on. Yeah.
So there's a lot of times where those young fighters get away with wins that maybe should have gone the other way, or maybe a draw, but they still give them the win.
That concludes the video for today. Keep an eye out. Till the next time.